Hey guys, this is Spark Plus Ultra here, and this is my part 2 on kabane, on what if Deku had kabane power part 2. The demon that wants to help. Yes, I made this title for kabane, for Izuku. But, you can't really blame me for this one because, well, it's Izuku and Kabane's powers are on a different level. Izuku, okay, let's get down to the video. Izuku Midoriya was studying with Ryuko with how to learn on words and sentences and all the math. Ryuko takes Izuku to get some clothes and some new things to wear, and she also helps Izuku help teach Izuku on how to use his quirk and how his demon form is his uncontrol. Whenever his form is in rage or in many ways without his necklace stone, he becomes into a monster that you see like a ghoul, but luckily the stone keeps him from having a bloodlust. And Izuku helps out with Ryuko's assignments with everybody who doing their work, the support unit, helping them. And in one of the few occasions, Izuku has been helping out a certain person. But when Izuku was gonna getting stuff from the store, he sees a box on the ground and looks at it and says, who leave this box here? And it says, please take care. And Izuku sees a kitten, and he says, kitten? And he thinks to himself, and he was going to pet the kitten, kitten was a little tensed up. Doing and having pull Solo back and says, "It's okay. I won't hurt you." And Kitten goes for his hand and lets him pat him. And Izuku sees clouds and hears thunder. And he grabs the box and brings the kitten to Ryuko's place. And Izuku gets the kitten some cream and to make it comfortable. And when Izuku hears, "Aw, that's so cute!" And Izuku says, "Oh, Nijiro, you're back from your work?" And she says, "Yep." And she also says, "The villains have been taken down." And so they weren't hard. They weren't easy enough to take down. But side question, you like cats? And Izuku says, I guess. I like all animals. Big or small. I didn't know you have a cute habit. And Izuku in his mind says, "That's because I was always been outdoors." And Ryuko hears listening and says, "What are you talking about?" Then Jiro and Izuku and looks down and sees, "Izuku, did you bring this kitten back?" And Izuku says, "Yes." "Is that a problem?" And Ryuko says, "No, it isn't. But taking care of a animal is hard work." And Izuku says, "I know. I have a habit of knowing what animals think and know." And Ryuko says, Where did you find this cat?" I found it in a place down the street that was near to the store. And Ryuko says, huh, so it was abandoned. Yes. And Ryuko says, okay, yes, taking it. Yeah. And Izuku says, really? Yes. And she says, well, you have a look on your face saying that you will take care of it even if it's gone, so. And how can I say no to that face? And Izuku says, thank you. And he wants to say something. And Ryuko, and Izuku says, wait, Ryuko. And Ryuko says, yes. Holding his breath repeatedly. I want him to help as well. And I want to find my mom as well. And Ryuko remembers the past and seeing, huh, you were lying, you were lying when you were smiling. Sorry, I didn't want to make it a burden. And Ryuko says, I'll try my best to help you learn and help you know and train you. Okay? But don't think it's going to be simple. And Izuku says, I won't. And Nijiro says, so serious. And Nijiro says, are you really going to teach him that art? And, well, he does need learning on how his quirk works and how it's used, so he needs this. I'm the one that is going to help him. After that 1 year, Izuku is going to UA. And he says, see ya, Ryuko. And she says, hope you do well, Izuku. And when Izuku gone to the UA, he looks at the gate and says, be tall. Oh. people in the treatment room. And when Izuku was going to be, he tripped on the pebble and didn't, and sees he's floating. He didn't close his eye, so, and he was wondering why is he floating, until a brown-haired girl appeared. He says, "Sorry about that. Didn't want you to fall on your first day." "It's fine," Izuku says. Hope you get to. Hope we meet again. And Izuku says, "He's a nice guy. I guess I'm happy." And Izuku did the exams, the testing exam, the study one. But my best guess is because it's a mixed bagging with kabane, I'll say 60, just to make sure. And kabane is, and Izuku is listening to President Mike on how the training is, and he was wondering on the 0.4 pointer, and raises his hand, and President Mike says, "Yes, you, that has the red eyes. What is the question? Why is the 4-pointer robot not, in it? You didn't tell us." And President Mike says, "Oh, it's not. It's because it's a 0. It just gives you 0 points. Not because it's very powerful or anything." And when the bot came, it's villain battle time. Test time. And when Izuku was listening to President Mike, hearing him say that the villain, of course, has no time or no thing. So, yeah. And he gets into position and getting ready to run. And Izuku, when he hears President Mike says 3, and he launches like a rocket. And Ida saying, "Hey, that's not fair. He's violating the rules." And President Mike says, "Rules? I never said any rules about there's being a countdown, so he isn't violating any rules. Why don't you go? Villains don't have time to wait." And all the students are going. Izuku is smashing and running and taking down robots villain with zero effort. It amazes the students on how he doesn't have anything to any breath or hesitation to hold back. And he made about 49 villain takedowns. Seems slow? Yeah, possibly, but do notice this isn't his true power. Izuku is still young and still little trained on how his quirk really works. And Izuku smashes and hears a booming sound from the way back and says and thinks to himself, that might be the 0 point. Well, we can't stick around here. He was going to leave, and then he hears, "Help!" A girl that was stuck in a her leg is stuck. Izuku sees a 0 pointer coming to almost smashing her, stepping on her, and well, he didn't stand there to look. He just ran and throws his head. Yes, you hear me. Throws his head. And he throws it as fast as he can. And his body comes back. But he's exposed. That's part of his quirk. When his head is chopped off, he can regenerate his whole body, but he can't regenerate his clothes. So it's kind of like Miriam in this situation. And he lifts the cement pillar off, the big pillar off of the girl, and says, "Can you move?" And I can barely move. And Izuku Princess carries her away from the 0 pointer. And puts and says, and looks down, and Ochako blushing, and puts her down and says, "Can anybody get me some clothes?" And they brought him some clothes, and Machako says, thank you. And Izuku goes down to Ryoko's place and Ryoko asks, "Did you cut your head off?" And Izuku says, "Yes." How many times did I tell you not to cut your head off? About 2 times. You're lucky that you're very reasonable. And when eating some ramen, Izuku hears the mail came, and him and Ryuko check it out and sees All Might on the video. Congratulations, Izuku. You have shown heroism and made 109 points. I won't, excluding the chop your head and your body was exposed, but I will give you credit for doing helping the student on saving the student from being stuck. You will have a great hero in UA, young Izuku. And Ryuko hugs Izuku. And yeah, the end. Hope you liked this video, and comment down below